Hello. In the early 2000s, the Boston Globe ran an article claiming the Vatican were covering up for paedophile priests. Now, this is a very, very famous article. It won a Pulitzer Prize and it was completely uncontested. It was a brilliant article. In the article, it claimed a letter was sent to every single bishop worldwide in the Catholic faith telling them to keep investigations and accusations against paedophile priests secret. This was sent from the Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, at the time the head of the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith, part of the Holy See that oversees the protection of the name of the faith, its reputation. Cardinal Ratzinger may sound familiar because he became Pope Benedict XVI. In the letter, he claims all accusations of sexual misconduct with a minor shouldn't be sent to the police or local authorities. They should be sent directly to him at the Vatican for investigation, and it should all be kept quiet. And the Vatican See hold the jurisdiction of these files, these accusations, till the minor has turned 18 plus 10 years. So they want to keep it secret. They're telling the priests and the bishops to keep it secret until the child is at least 29 years old. He had obtained a warrant to see various documents, and amongst them was this letter. Father John Beale, Professor of Canon Law at the Catholic University of America, went under oath and gave an oral disposition saying that the letter was genuine and legit. So it's been verified. So from there on, we've got Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger actively going out there to cover up for paedophiles within the church who are abusing young children. And then after this, he's written to every single bishop in the faith, so they all know Joseph Ratzinger's name, and then they went on to give him job as the Pope. Now, the reason for keeping it a secret is clear. It's to protect the reputation, but it's also to avoid lawsuits, because the Vatican is very asset rich but cash poor. It's thought to be worth anywhere between 15 and 50 billion euros, but that's tied up in land, art, stock, shares, bonds, investments, even property owning. They own around $1 billion worth of property in Rome alone. But this isn't fluid cash. This is all tied up. The artworks from the likes of Raphael, Donatello, cowabunga artists are valued at €1 each, because they are priceless and they can't put a price on them, but they can't sell them either. So they might be worth an absolute fortune to the right people, but they just can't sell them. They've also got plenty of stocks thought to be worth up to $500 million in the US alone, but they've also got stocks, shares and investments in the UK, Germany, Holland and Switzerland. And who else knows what else there is. They've got money all over the place, but it's all there making money. Only a small amount of money. It's very safe bets that pay a small dividend each year, and it's mostly donations that prop up the church at the moment, and the Holy See. It costs around €250 million to run the Vatican per year, and almost all of that comes from donations. It's believed that $80 million euros comes from America alone, just in donations. So they just don't have the money to fund all the lawsuits, the lawyers or anything. The letter is co-signed by Terzico Bertone, who went on to say, Bertone later went on to say, and I quote verbatim, "In my opinion, the demand that a bishop be obliged to contact the police in order to denounce a priest who has admitted the offence of paedophilia is unfounded. So these two pieces of crap people who are saying we don't have any obligation to call the police. You know, if you know of abuse or an allegation or a suspected abuse case, if your first protocol is to protect yourself and your colleagues and not the accusers, and you're a piece of crap, frankly, and then knowing all this, they go and get promoted. Ratzinger get promoted to be the Pope. It's just disgusting, really, that it can be so openly okay with paedophiles in the church and be okay covering it up, clearly a shady character, and they're like, yeah, he's the man to head the church, he's the man for the job. This is not good, is it? And that's part of the problem, is that you have these junior priests abusing young boys, and to get them away from the front line and to get them in a safe, what they consider a safer place, is that they promote them so they don't have first contact with children and the clergy and whatnot. It's crazy that they promote them, and it's got to the stage now where all the top brass in the Holy See. The Holy See is the name given to the jurisdiction of the Vatican. That they've all been accused of being a paedophile at some point, and they're all reaping the benefits of being high up. So the Holy See have acknowledged this letter, but said because it's a private letter and not made for public viewing, that they won't comment on it. So they've been caught red-handed, and people don't seem to care. You know, people who've been abused by them care, obviously, and the wider public care, but Catholics just don't. They seem to be okay with the man at the top being one of the worst paedophile allowers going. It's disgusting.